One of the most requested videos is stock GNS, Genius Group, as it has had a nice pretty run up here after hours. You can see it literally just went up to all the way to 1.41. And so, you know, it doing that is going to catch a lot of people's attention, right? So, we don't want to just like kind of chase this stock either without any opportunity. We want to make sure we're getting a nice opportunity. You guys know my strategy. If you ever trade my strategy on the 1 minute, it's absolutely insane. It's beast. But since if you didn't see it here, when price touches these upper bands, and you see a pullback to that EMA 20, that's a great idea to get into the trade, and then you get a higher move push from that. So now let's look at a higher time frame and see like, well, what are we looking at here? Well, we just passed above this EMA 200 here on the after hours. So you can definitely see we might have something like this where we pump above it. Maybe it might be a false breakout, but there's still lots of room to be made here. We have 141 here. Well, that's way above that. We're kind of up in this upper band. I would like to see some pullback from there. But for this to continue a trend up, I would love to see the 200 at the very bottom. Now, that takes time. You won't just see the 200 at the bottom, as you can see just with a couple candles. It takes it takes a lot of time for that to happen. But if I see that happen, yes, I can see this going way, way higher in time instead of just a pump and dump. I'm not all for these just pumps and dumps. Get in, make a video and be like, oh, buy it, guys, buy it, guys. If I'm going to look to swing trade anything, it needs to be a high quality stock that has made a solid uptrend and has my EMA 200 at the bottom, hitting this upper band right now, which it qualifies for that. And then I need to see price pull back into this EMA 20, which is what I use for my day trading strat. So, but looking at the past, I've seen this stock many times in the past. It has been known to pump and dump a lot. So is it going to be any time difference where it pumps and dumps and actually maintains it? Probably not. Most pennies are just doing that. You just want to get in ahead of time. This could be the early stages of GNS where, maybe you can make it a little bit more. But looking at the 15-minute chart, you do have the EMA 200 at the bottom, 5-minute EMA 200 at the bottom. So where could you look for some dip buy opportunities in the intraday? Well, same thing as saying, once you hit this upper band, we still haven't touched that EMA 20. You know that for me, the EMA 20 is your rocket ship up. It's a great idea to get in. Same with the 15-minute. I would see that 15-minute to give you in that EMA 20. You also have a beautiful demand zone right in here. I'm not sure if it gets back to this area, but that's a beautiful demand zone in with that 20. But you do need to wait for a pullback. Price isn't just going to keep going up and up and up and up. It's going to have pullbacks, and those pullbacks to those 20s are going to be your best opportunities. You missed it on the one. Just remember, once the 1 minute makes an uptrend, then the 5-minute will, then the 15-minute, and so forth. And as you can see, 1 minute hits the upper band, pulls back to 20, makes a higher high, and higher high. Everything looks bullish about this. You can see, like, look at this. Boom, higher, you got this higher high here, higher, or higher low, my bad. Higher low, and it just keeps going up. All right, so that's a very bullish structure pattern, right? And it's just all EMAs are acting as support. So, but the only thing I don't like is this daily is way up in here. 142, you're looking at price way above this upper band if it sustains up here. We'll have to see what pre-market does on Monday, but definitely look out for this 5-minute. I would personally do is that 5-minute 20 and then that 5-minute 50 for accumulation. Put that in there, and if it breaks the low of this accumulation pattern down in here, it either gets stopped out. But actually, I would probably use this area down here because that was a beautiful break and retest right up in here. You break out, retest. That's really good support. So I would use that 109 line as a great stop loss. I would add into anything 110 to 120 is a good add-on for a price to pull back to get into this, in my opinion. All right, guys, and then your stop loss is below 109. Very clear risk versus reward. You have your what's your stop loss, you have where you want to get in, and then Your take profit should always be above 10%. Go break even once you make 10% and just see how much higher this can go. But yeah, GNS has been known for monster pumps. We all seen that on the technical side of things. It looks like we are at the beginning stages of this up in here. All right, we are down here. We had this monster move up. People will see prior what this has done. It could have a couple days of nice little spikes ups, and you could probably make some good money. But use that 5-minute chart, scale in those areas that I told you to do. That on that 20 and 50, this right down here below your stop loss at this low here, because you don't want to risk too much. You don't want to be like, okay, stop loss here, that's a little too much risk. So you're up in here, wait for that pullback between the 1.10 to 1.20 range. This could easily pull back to that areas here. Maybe a nice little 10%, and then that'll be a nice little area for you to risk. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you guys want to join the Discord, I'll let you guys know what I think about it in real time on Monday. Click the link down below in YouTube comments below, and in the description, it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. Hit how to subscribe right in here, and hit hashtag Big Cap Day Trade Alerts, and that'll give you access to everything for $12 a month. You'll get access to day trades, swing trades, live streams, educational channels, and alerts every day. And you'll learn a strategy that actually works. My band strategy is probably the best out there that has, for me personally, it's made me more profitable than any other strategy. And I have tried a buttload of strategies out there throughout my 10 years of trading. This is by far my favorite strategy because there's no guesswork. It's easy to put your stop loss where it wants to be. We always know the take profit, and we know where the areas of supply and demand are, and where critical areas where price can bounce. If you guys like this video, give it a like, subscribe, comment. I would love to make more videos. Just let me know which videos you guys want me to make on. Comment down below which ticker you want the most commented ticker. I'll do a video on that ticker. GNS has been on my feed of where a lot of people want to get an explanation on it, because it did just make like a 64% pump, so it's got a lot of attention now. So definitely keep an eye on this one, guys. I like it. I like it as a solid uptrend. It's been known to like solid uptrend on the intraday time frames. You can easily make some good money on this. Just don't outstay your welcome, guys. It is a penny. We all know pennies pump and dump. I showed you prior history of what this thing has done. Pump, dump, pump, dump. But we're at the beginning stages of the pump. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. Like, subscribe. To let me know the ticker down below that you want me to post on, and join the Discord for $12 a month. Subscribe on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. All right, peace out.